I didn't give up on you guys. I will be seeing you next week. Okay? You says up. Yeah, let me give you guys I'm in the Bronx right.
All right, guys. I didn't really make a video this weekend. I put a few posts up, but I've been out, been traveling, and I'm back. I tell you this, man, traveling, it does something. It does. Maybe not all the time, but if you're paying attention, or if you're going through something, because normally that's when you're paying attention. Sometimes if you're not if you're not conditioned to pay attention, you forget what I'm saying. Like, if you're, I'm just trying to have fun. I'm just trying to be, where I am and just enjoy every moment. That's fine. You may not pay attention to a lot of the things that's going on, or things that may tie into, because you're just into whatever you're into, right? But sometimes if you're going through a particular thing, or you're struggling with something, or whatever it is, then you tend to be more sensitive to any theme that resonate around that thing, if that makes sense, right? So I'm in New York, right? And I'm noticing that it does. Oh, shit, what am I doing? It doesn't look the same. Not just look the same. I'm not talking about because they've improved a couple of things. They've improved some of the roads and stuff like that. Some buildings are being done. Let me just slide this over. I already attached this, so I kind of want to move on from there, but I'll do it off screen. And but this might be for everyone. Like, when you go away and you come back, it's going to be different. But there is something about what I discovered that was eye-opening, and I could be wrong, man. But it just seems like people are more. They look, and this I've been noticing this for the last couple of years, man. Like, they've been dragging. Like work is just wearing them down, And it could be because I was a kid, I was younger, and wasn't paying much attention to that stuff, so it could be that. But I don't know. Something is off. How's that? Something's off. Something is not, But I tell you what was cool though. What I ran into that I thought was real cool was the hustle is the hustle. The hustle is the hustle, man. So I wanted to pick up some flowers. I was like, let me grab some flowers. I'm coming into town, right? So I'm looking around, man. I see flowers, right? And I said, oh, okay, let me pull over, And I'm walking towards a building, and one side it says a laundromat, and then there was another business, right? And then this guy, he had his I don't know if he told the guys he was going to rent the sidewalk or something. I don't know, but he built a little stand right against the wall next to the laundromat, right on the sidewalk. He had his flowers there. He had his little register there. He had his little thing, and I was like, look at this guy, man. He got right here. I remember seeing a couple of guys, like, they'll have two businesses in one or something. They split it into four businesses. I've seen guys hustle like that, but this guy's on the sidewalk, man. I mean, his setup looked nice. You got the flower, you got the vase, you got the the hustle, and then this butcher, which is like on the next block. I thought his thing was pretty smooth too. Let me see if I have it here. His thing was pretty smooth because what he had was, okay, so you can go inside, buy the meats and all that stuff. And then his brother was outside barbecuing. So the entire block smelled like barbecue, bro. So you pass by, you go into restaurants down here, the bar, you walk by, you could tell Burger King is there. You could tell Longhorn Steakhouse, you could smell steak in the air and stuff. But this is like coming at you like a backyard barbecue down the block, right? So he said since he did that, his business improved, and he's actually thinking of coming south because his friend bought a bagel shop. He took his bagel business down here, And so it was an interesting weekend. Interesting weekend. I figure I have something to bring back, share with the crew. Okay, let me see who's on. Let me see who's on, man. Let me see. I think I have a picture of this damn. I swear I got a picture of this little. Oh God, what the hell? Why are my pictures not showing up? I have a picture of the. What do you call it again? What am I saying? Of the here, the flower shop. Picture of the flower shop. And that's a laundry. That's a laundry right there. It's a laundromat. So this guy sold his flowers on the sidewalk. So I said, man, look, man, get it done, bro. You know, get it done, man. Oh my gosh, whatever it takes. All right, let me see who we got here. Go live and and yeah, but you know why I thought about filter, right? It's because what happened? No, I didn't change anything. It's because you know what? I mean, damn it, man. It's all culture, bro. It's all about culture, man. It all ties in. I'm sorry, man. It all ties in. And when I say culture, I don't mean like Irish culture versus British culture versus, well, that too, but I'm talking about like expectations, habits, behavior, um, the your self-esteem, your how you actualize yourself, and like you go to certain neighborhoods and they all the neighbors they kind of feed off each other, so the lawns are kind of the same. Everyone's trying to keep their stuff together, right? You go to certain schools and kids are kids, so kids are going to be bad, but you have bad, and then you have like these guys' version of bad is like doing something, like I don't know, man, a practical joke or something, that's their version of bad, right? So the culture of that school, what you will expect as the worst scenario, you could have anomalies, right? Some kid come from, there's always people transferring in, but the culture remains a kind of the same. The parents, the expectation, that's important, man. You sleep on that culture of your business, the way you guys behave in that company. Somebody comes in and screw the whole shit up. It's like, dude, he's got to go. He's not part of us, man. He's just screwing this whole thing up. He ate all the ice cream. Oh man, where am I, man? Damn, I can't find nothing. Give me a second. Anyway, I'm back, man. I'm glad to be back at this desk here. Come on, man. Come on. Give me a break today, please. Give me a break so I can move on. All right, click. All right, beautiful. Here we go. Let's see who's here. Who's saying what's up? Hugo, what's up? Enigma, what's up? Okay, Mr. Goodwrench. Mr. Goodwrench. This won't blow your mind since Uncle Kirby was Kirby. He sold Kirby's. Used to rebuild them and sell them till 88 up in Denver. Are you kidding me? Oh, wow. So your uncle, okay, so Mr. Goodwin said that his uncle since Kirby was Kirby, he sold Kirby. So, okay, so he sold Kirby's and he rebuilt them. You know what's funny? Kirby, some guys are just Electrolux guys and they've been in the business. And there's a guy that was in town, 80 something years old. He retired and he was doing Electrolux forever. And I was Kirby from the beginning. I was messing with Kirby at I think 19 or something like that. And I only left briefly to get into staffing, industrial staffing, administrative. I didn't do much IT staffing. We did a light industrial, so we would fill light industrial positions. But I think Kirby was always with me. It was the sales mannerisms, the attitude, the approach to the way I deal with people. So I would go to the factories, and I had some really good guys like training me. Derek was like hardcore Jamaican dude, man. He was like ex-military, no, ex-police, and he had a very focused approach, And so I learned a lot from the guys that I work with. But so you go to the factory, find out what's going on, introduce, meet the gatekeeper, whoever the receptionist was, and then try to get to take a tour of the warehouse and see how many guys you can fill. They normally have somebody they're using and satisfied with, so you have to say, hey, man, just give us a shot, man. Let me get one guy in here. If you can get one guy in here, you get the foot in, and then you have to make sure the guy showed up for work. So you have to make sure that the guy showed up. So no show, no call is that first day. That guy, come on, so you have to get one of your best guys in that's going to show up for work and nail it. And then the guys that's working temp, they want to go permanent. They want to get hired on. So it's a win-win. Like, let's work together here, man. So but I was Kirby all since. And then and the only reason I left staffing was to get back into Kirby, to open a Kirby business or Kirby office in North Carolina. So I came down here and ran a business until 2008, then opened a shop. So really, I'm gonna tell you, Uncle, I said what's up, because I'm still messing around with vacuums. But just I've expanded beyond Kirby, But, and the funny thing about it, man, I'm wondering if my the way I see things, right? I'll tell you this. I haven't watched, not maybe when I visit somebody's house, regular TV since like 2008. I'm like CBS, NBC, ABC, the sitcoms, the comedy that you don't realize you're being massaged. And it wasn't for any political or ideology. It was just, I was done with it, right? So I just didn't do it, and my kids didn't really do it. And besides, people are online anyway. So, but I noticed that when I went to visit my mom, and she's watching TV. She's watching like The Price is Right. And I was like, holy cow, I can't remember the last time I seen The Price is Right. Oh, look at this, man. This is missing a sponge filter. I don't watch TV like that. And then when I was in the field, you don't have time to watch nothing, right? So I leave at 6 in the morning, 6:45 around there, get to the shop, do our morning meetings, load up our machines, get the guys in the field. Some of them grab something to eat real quick, hit the field, start getting sales. By the time I get it back home, it's like 12 at night. So I didn't really watch. And the only thing I watched that night was Jon Stewart. Then I realized Jon Stewart was closing. I was like, this dude was massaging my brain too. This guy was massaging, but he's good at it though. He was good doing his little propaganda shit. He was good at it, man. He's at least good. He's funny, At least he's good at it. You have to give credit where credit is due. I still give Jon Stewart credit. But now I could see the flip, I was like, oh, there you go. That was slick. Oh, that was slick. So anyway, hey David, what's up? Hey David, I saw your note, man. David was like, yo, I got you on a big screen in the shop. I was like, word, look at that, man. That's respect, David. I appreciate it. I appreciate it, man. That's awesome, bro. That is awesome, man. I was like, what? On the big screen? Damn. Hope I don't have any food in my teeth and shit. What the hell am I looking for right now, guys? I am like, okay, I'll just use this. I'll use this. I can't find none of my sprays or nothing right now. All right, so we're gonna slide over into what we're doing. So I'm working on this machine, man. I'm a little funky with these machines. It's hard to mess with them too much when they're really dirty. So I like to kind of clean them just a little bit before I get into it. Golly, what the hell is this? What is this? Is leaking? It looked like something was leaking down the damn. Oh God, where's my glove, man? This is nonsense. I can't believe I'm touching this shit. I gotta get. I'm still waiting for my Venoms to come in. Oh man, it was, man. My mom, my brother, uncles. My uncle was like, man, Wayne, I haven't had a weekend like this in so long, man, because we had a rhythm, man. My uncle and I, we had a rhythm. We on the weekends, there's a traditional breakfast that we eat on Sundays, right? So the Saturday is the day we will go and collect all the ingredients for it, right? And since I've been a little kid, this is how we do it. And but my uncle, man, we would go to these little festivals and meet the guys and meet some of the old school guys. So I grew up around a lot of these old school men, you know, that they were over there in the corner and they always got like a glass with some ice in it and just kind of hanging there, making jokes, poking at each other, you know, calling each other, you know, names, talking about girls and stuff like that, you know, and but that was like that was a call back to that kind of thing. I grew up, it was nice, man. I grew up pretty good, man. It wasn't money or nothing like that. It was just that it was positive. How's that? It was a positive environment. You know, it was positive, man. You know, and very routine. That because I look forward to those Saturdays, man. And then if I was working, I would I would find a way to finish early because I remember I control my hours, just so I can have those moments. You know, it's cool, real cool. But then the whole theme with the filter is that the funny thing about it is that that's the world that you filter stuff through. So I'm looking at these guys and I'm like, gosh, man, if I was still here, how would I move? You know, how would I move? How would I see things? If I was consuming this environment, like the way the conversations, what people talk about, what they believe, and all that, and I internalized it, how would I be right now? Right? And then the way you receive stuff is how it comes out, like a vacuum, right? Let's look at it this way. It's real silly, but it's kind of silly. But think about it for a second, right? So this filter is blocking, right? Look at all the dirt, right? This filter is blocking all the trash that you're picking up. So you're picking up trash, right? Okay, so everybody's receiving. We're all receiving signals, right? Right. So we get the filter, right? And our brain filters it. And based on how your brain is wired, your value system, how you grew up, your expectations, right? That's how you now filter that stuff in. But we're all hearing the same message, right? Then some of these guys, they skew the message on the right or the left, right? But let's say we're all hearing the same message. Then the filter goes in, and then what comes out is another filter. So even though some crap go in, so let's say some dust came in, you're still as an adult responsible to make sure that you have a filter and how that shit comes out. So you can't really blame your environment all the time, you know, because you still have a filter. Like you can still say, nah, you know what? Let me not say that. You know what? You know what I feel right now? Let me not say that. You know what? Let me not do that, man. Let me not do that. You still do it, you know? Like, shit. Kids do it. They don't want to do what their parents tell them. Shit. I'm going to do shit my way. So we do control this thing. And look at this. After a while, you just got to change this. It gets dirty. So me going away was kind of like, you know, kind of getting me like a refresher. See the world again. See what these guys are thinking. See if I'm on the right track. See how far I went. You know, how far I've fallen. Oh, how far I've risen. Right? You know, either one. Right? All right. Okay. Let me turn this thing on. I want to see if this thing is blocked up somehow Who's saying what's up? David, we have to go to Green. Oh, word. Hey, David, do you know, man, I was in Concord yesterday, bro. I came through Concord yesterday. Yeah. I mean, Concord is not as far as Greensboro, of course, but I was up further than I am. And my son came down last week and he came to pick up his car, and he was up there, and he's up in Chapel Hill. He came just to grab his car. He's like, man, I need my car, Dad. Here's your shit back. Oh man, here's yours back. I want my car. Oh shoot. All right, let me turn this on. Let's see what we got. Okay, I'm gonna do a tissue test, all right? I'm gonna do a tissue test. A tissue test is we're gonna put a new filter in this thing. We're gonna flush this bin out. This bin is very dirty. A tissue test is like this, okay? So you get some strips of tissue. If you're not quite sure what's happening with your suction, right? Of course, you know, with a vacuum like this, you test the hole, see how the suction is here. You test it by here, but this is just another test, you know, just another test to see if it's vacuuming up the tissues. Real simple. Just get a couple of bits of tissue. All right. 1, 2, 3. And you'll also see where the majority of your suction is in your cleaner. This may surprise you because I tell people that the opening, let's say your vacuum head is this wide. The opening is right here. The suction is here. Okay, if it's a middle, if it's in the middle like a canister, the real suction is right here. Okay, and everything else is a sweeper, is like sweeping. So it's trying to move things towards the suction. But think about how fast you vacuum. You vacuum like this. Zoom, 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 zoom. So that first push, the stuff that's on the left or the right, depends on where the hole is. So let's say the hole's on the right. The stuff on the left, you're sweeping like the debris off the top. But the dirt cleaning, the actual like grit cleaning is where that suction is. Okay? This you know what I'm talking about, but I like giving visuals. This one is fairly in the middle. And this one is on the side. Okay? Let me show you. So this one is on the side, right? So the majority of the suction is right here, okay? So when a person is going over the carpet, boom, boom, the actual deep cleaning is being done in just that little tiny little section right there. So, and then if the machine has a good seal, then you have an opportunity to really kind of suck things up. If it has a seal, if it can like a suction cup, if it go right, and then you go slow, then you have a better shot at the majority of that head actually deep cleaning the carpet, okay? So you would have to kind of really go slow if you want to allow that carpet, the vacuum head to kind of grab everything that's in there, okay, rather than just the stuff on the side of the suction. So so this test kind of gives you an idea of what I'm talking about, okay? It might be better. I'm gonna show you both of these would have two different results, okay? This is not that bad because the suction is in the middle, okay? So this is actually a lot better because the suction is right here, okay? And, but maybe at the very end you may not have, or maybe at this end you may not have, but the ones where the suction is here, you definitely don't have any suction on like the majority of this. So this one is actually, this shark is actually better. Let me turn it on and let's see. Let me give you an idea what I'm talking about. Okay, take a look. Can you see it from here? So if I drop it in the middle, it should get sucked up if the suction is good, right? Something's not right. I'm hearing that motor, something's wrong with this motor. See how it just did that? You go on this side, it just popped out, but here, it gets sucked right in. Hold on, guys. Something is up with this motor, guys. Let me do it right side up. Huh, interesting. Let's run this. Yeah, this motor, guys, this motor is, this motor, you know what I think? I think this motor was straining. I think the filter in this motor was so clogged up that it strained the motor itself. It wore down the brushes or something. When your vacuum is clogged, because let's say, because a lot of people forget to clean the filters, okay? So let's say a vacuum is clogged. And it ties into the theme of the show. Okay, we're gonna get there. That worked out. That's cool. That's cool, man. Let me see if I can tilt this so you can see this thing better. Oh, this way. Let's see who's saying what's up. Hey, David. So think about it, man. Hey, man, what's up, Curtis? What's up, bro? What's up, Curtis? So think about it, man. Oh, Concord. Okay, cool, man. Concord is close. Where are you in, like Kannapolis or something like that, or Salisbury maybe? Because that's what's after Concord, right? Kannapolis, Salisbury, and then you start getting into the split with I-40 and stuff like that, going towards Greensboro versus Chapel Hill. I think that's how it goes. But if your filter's clogged up, bro, like you gotta unplug, man. Like I will say somewhat. I'm somewhat unplugged because I still get online, so that you still watch a couple of YouTube clips and videos and stuff like that. And I've learned to be very careful. So Jon Stewart was the master of the clips. He is still the master, maybe. Even though, again, his politics is one way, and I don't know. I don't know how much of it is an act and how much of it is legit. But you know, he would appear to be, him and let's say Bill Maher would appear to be pretty reasonable on certain things. And we all, I guess, have our bias, because you can see the biases in people when you're watching them on TV, but not realizing you yourself have a bias. And some people feel that they say, I need to hold on to this because this bias is better than the other. So I know I'm biased. It's when they don't admit that they're biased. That's the key. I say, I know I'm biased, right? But I prefer this bias because I think it's better than yours. But I get that. That's honest, right? So, but the filter I was talking about, the whole theme, the way it ties in, is that I think this motor got burnt out because of the jammed up filter. And I was thinking the same thing about why you need to unplug, because too much of this crap goes in every day. And all of a sudden, man, you're just heavy. I swear to God, I think those people are highly advertised to. When I went up there, you should have seen the amount of ads, bro, back in right after the whole virus stuff. And these people were advertising. And it's the hustle too, though. They're hustling. These people were advertising like commercials after commercial. Make sure you get your thing, your COVID in. Make sure you get this. Make sure you get that for your back. Make sure you get this. And I was like, make sure you get your boosters. We got this. And I was like, damn, every commercial, man. Like, damn, everything was. these people are heavily advertised to and heavily indoctrinated in general. Now, I think I'm somewhat indoctrinated to being a patriot of the country and things that's right, because I'm looking at it as this is where I live. And I want the place that I live to be the best place. Am I going to talk against this place and be so hateful and shit? No, I don't want my kids to feel like that and walk around like that. So it's going to affect your prosperity, your mental, your peace, and all that stuff. So I don't buy into that stuff, right? So I'll take that. I know I'm biased towards certain spiritual belief systems, right? Because I just think that I will prefer my son to live in an environment that people follow these particular rules than not, right? So we can debate the stories, the historicities, and all the other stuff. We can always talk about that. But which value system would I want you to follow? Okay, well then, fantastic. Well, that's what we're doing. So I have to like not let this stuff in. And if it gets in, then I have to have a filter for it to get out. So how do I release it? You know, and how do I live my life? And so that's how I look at this stuff, man. It's just coming from that perspective. And so I can rock with people on the right and people on the left. It's just I just can't rock with intolerant folks. And I like intolerance to a point because some things you can't tolerate. But if it's because if I don't think like you though, and you're like, man, you're gonna we're gonna be cut off from the family. I get it, you know, because you have to protect your circle. But hey, you know, I get it, no problem. You know, you want to have pink elephants in I don't know. You want us to have pink elephants, I don't know, in the DMV, and I don't think pink elephants should be in DMV. Let's say, we don't need to like hate each other because I don't like pink elephants. I mean, dude, come on, man. What's wrong with us? You're a pink elephant hater. It's like, I just don't like, what do you want from me? I don't like pink elephants in my DMV. Damn. I'm gonna have to work on this motor. Because I think the filter was so clogged up and so sandy. Okay. Look at this. I just threw all this grit on that. And the other filter was missing. And I'm looking at all this cake up stuff. And it looks a lot like sheetrocky type dust. And I'm thinking something got inside this motor or overworked this motor. And now this motor is not right. So this is going to require more than what I'm doing right now. Okay, so I'm going to move this guy to the side. Okay, but at least I know what's wrong with him. At least I suspect what's wrong with it. Okay, I suspect what's wrong with it. All right, folks. No mulligans. Yeah, baby. Listen, man. Look. No mulligans to me is no mulligans. Me and a friend of mine, we were talking. We were all practicing golf swings. And we were just coming up with, his name is Wayne too, actually. And we were just coming up with like, we were just talking, man. We were just jiving. And I'm trying to get my other thing I'm working on. And we were like, I remember when I went up to play golf, I would go up unconsciously with the attitude that I have a mulligan. Okay. Now I'm going to be part of a tournament and we have to buy mulligans, we buy mulligans and I help them raise money. So you buy the mulligan. But I'm saying is when I was playing with my friends, we kind of walked up to the tee, to the first tee, right? So this is what we did. We gave each other 2 shots at the first tee. Already. That's now, if you think about it, that's a mulligan, right? But anyway, we didn't do that. We didn't do it like that. We gave each other 2 shots. The first shot, could we warm up? Now, to do it right, then you go to the driving range before you go to the first tee. But anyway, so that we did. So we would go up with that in mind. So we knew that we could mess up a shot. We kind of walked in knowing that we had an extra one. And then you play the game with the idea that you have a mulligan in your back pocket. So you kind of play less than your best. And you kind of you take quick shots without properly like really sizing yourself up because you know you have a mulligan. So the no mulligan means really is just approach it with the attitude that I don't have a second chance. Accept the second chance if you can get it, but approach it with the attitude that you don't have a second chance. And as many things you can do that with, I think you'll get a better outcome if you do it with that attitude. Okay, so it doesn't mean you don't give people a mulligan. You know, it's not about that. It's really just, you know, what's the other way of saying it? You don't get a second chance at a first impression, right? So try to make that first impression count. It's just the same attitude. I'm just putting it in different words. You know what I mean? Yeah. So no mulligans, awesome. So I have these little T-shirts. If you want to get a no mulligan T-shirt on my below, you can do that to support the channel. Thank you. We appreciate everything, man. Everything counts. Okay. All right. I think I'm gonna change this. I'm gonna change this cord because let me show you how the cord looks, and maybe I can at least do that repair on the screen. Because the other one, I don't want to start messing with motors right now. Okay. Shit. I can see. No one told me I was sweating. You guys didn't see I was sweating. Oh my God. I forgot the AC. What the hell, man? I am sweating like a booga wooga. Okay. Oh, man. So I went to the barbecue guy. I got some ribs, man. Homeboy hooked up the barbecue right there in front of me. And it was pretty cool. Let me see. Do I have this? Do I have him here? Do I have him? He hooked up that barbecue right in front of me, man. He made it right. Pretty cool dude. Ulysses. Hold on. Where's that? Nope. That's not the one. Nope. Oh, man. Look at these. This is a small car. I haven't seen a whole lot of these down here. I know them, but look, man, look how they park. Look how tight. Look how... This guy, dude, man, come on, man, give me some room. Oh, I don't miss parallel parking in New York City, bro. I don't miss it. I don't miss the snow. I do not miss shoveling my car out of the snow. I don't miss the zzz and the zzz and turning back and going forward and wiggling and then turning it and just to get the damn car out. I don't miss it. Don't miss the dirt. I don't miss it, bro. New York should be like Vegas. Yeah, you go there to visit and get out. Sorry to the big up New Yorkers, man. Sorry to you guys, but I know guys that say they'll never leave, and that's a problem. They've never left to see how is it on the other side. And then when you go back, you're like, yeah, I can see. I see what. Yeah, we could do better cleaning this shit up, man. We should. But it must be hard to manage that many people in one place anyway. So all the different cultures and expectations and, so I'm not going to act like I know how to manage that many people in the same place. You're likely, and then, you know what would happen naturally? People would leave. Like, people come in, and if they're throwing trash all over the place and there are people that's trying to keep their neighborhood neat, it's just natural, man. It's not about white flight and all this other nonsense, bro. It's natural. If you're bringing your stuff to my neighborhood and you don't understand why I value this, you look at this as no big deal. So we have different filters of seeing the world, right? So you throw trash all over the place and you're smoking, dude, they're smoking everywhere, man. Listen, everywhere you go, you smell weed, man. I mean, I'm sitting on the step and I'm getting a contact with a guy two doors over. And they're outside in their little stoop and they're just like puffing away, man, just blowing. And I'm like, holy cow, man, damn. Everywhere you go. I mean, everywhere you go, bro. Everywhere you go, man. You get people just walking in the street like just. It's like, what happened to the backyard, man? You want to go under a tree, play some reggae music and shit? You gonna do it right in the step? Damn. Oh, David. Oh, man. Oh, word. Hey, Curtis, enjoy, man. Have a great game today. Have a great game, man. Have a great game, man. Yeah, I need to go play. I was invited out and I didn't go, man. They had a 3-day weekend. I think it's in Maryland, to play at a golf course, and I was like, guys, I'm just getting my business back running again, man. I can't do that right now, and I probably could have, because I just took off. I just went away for a weekend, and someone covered for me on Saturday to keep things going, so it worked out. So I really could have done it. I guess I felt guilty, I guess. All right. Okay. Yeah. There was a bunch of those tiny cars, bro. There were a bunch of them, man. Some of them had speakers, ridiculous like sound systems. I mean, you hear music everywhere, man. There's this music, and I still like that. You hear music everywhere. It's just if it's dun 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 dun, or you hear reggae music. There was reggae music across the street in a park, and the guys would just meet up there and reggae music. So that's still cool. All of that is still cool, man. It's just we gotta tweak it. We gotta tweak the way we care for our the area and the expectations and stuff. It could use a little tweak. How's that? It can, honestly. But I still love the hustle. I can't hate on the hustle, man. These guys can turn a sidewalk into a big business. I swear to God, man. Yo. Oh man. They'll make everything you want to make. You have a store, you have a corner store that sells food. Does everything, everything you need at the corner store. Oh my God. All right, so let's see. Let's try to get inside this little guy here, and I want to swap out this. I want to swap out this cord. But yeah, man, if you guys have a vacuum with any filter, just like a car filter, I think I need to check on mine. Like in a car, you have your cabin filter, and then you have your cabin filter. Perfect. You have your cabin filter. You have your filter inside your glove compartment, right? And you have your filter in your the motor stuff. And they tell us that we got to change our filter. Same difference. Vacuum cleaner. It's very easy just to forget it and leave it and don't worry about it, don't think about it. And then all of a sudden you got a motor problem. Okay? But the same thing goes with the shit we consume, man. You're just watching stuff. Watching, listening, and not even realizing that you're getting it from like, not even one side. It's an emotional side. It's weird, man. It's like, okay, I'll give you an example, man. Let's say you got to fix somebody's car, right? And they told this person that your transmission is going. I recommend that you get it changed, right? Okay, but I bought it in for the for oil change. I mean I realize that, but I'm just letting you know that the transmission. So now the person drives a car, and the people will bring it back, and people who will hear this part of the scenario, and say, I can't believe I just dropped my car off, right? And I drove it for, like a day, and then my transmission is messing up. I mean, I just dropped it off for an oil change. I can't believe my transmission, right? So people now, people will try to get over on things. It's the way it is. And some people are very honest. They'll say, I know you told me that the transmission is going. But then the media and the news, they'll just give us the part that local lady dropped off vehicle at auto shop for oil change. And a day later, her transmission is out. Now, what can be causing this? Now, it doesn't even matter if it's true, what went out is that shop is going to be now labeled as a shop that you're bringing in for your oil change, and you're going to leave with transmission problems. And the story is just, and it's all emotional. Can you believe that you do this to a lady, and she's a lady, and oh my God, these guys always do this to women. The guy mechanics always take advantage of women, and this shit gets blown. It's like, dude, how you guys do this, man? What? This poor guy is like, I told the lady already. I mean, she didn't want to do it. And we want for, oh man, there's no out. Oh, it's messed up. It's messed up, man. But that's how some folks get their info, with a twist of emotional appeal. And then they look at the whole world the same way. And not realizing somebody is spinning it, bro. And is it even the right thing, Anyway, so watch what you put in, man. And then just use common sense and dissect it, man. If it doesn't make sense to you, that shit don't make no sense, man. Damn. Okay, let's see if we can get this off, guys. I'm just taking the back of this off, and I just want to open this. Come on, open up, buddy. Open up, buddy. All right, thank you. Here we go. Let's see what we got. Okay. It's a simple setup. Take a look how simple this setup is. It's a simple setup. It just puts right in there. You just put another cord in there. Done. You're done, right? So it looked like I may have some room. I'm gonna have room. I'm gonna have a little bit of room around the side. I don't want to go all the way to the motor. I'll be honest with you. So I'm gonna operate right in this section right here. I'm gonna put 2 little tabs right in here, and that should do it. Okay, without having to go all the way in and mess with that. Okay, so, and the reason why is because this is what the motor this is what the cord looks like, right? See, we went from there to there. Yeah. Hey, this is ingenuity. I still respect that. You know what I'm saying? I respect that, man. You do what you got to do. Get it done. Hold it together until you can get it fixed. That's the attitude. That's the attitude, man. Who can blame you for that, And that is what you should do, man. That's the way we should be thinking, man. Let's make it work. Let's make it work. What can we do right now? Yep. Let's make it work. I can see inventors thinking like that. Military guys. You're in the field. You got to improvise. Make it work. You're in an auto shop. You gotta improvise. You gotta make it work. It's the same attitude. And I think you gotta enjoy it too. You gotta enjoy that process, man. If you enjoy problem solving, I swear to God, it'll change the way you approach stuff. It'll change your outcome. Okay. Let me see what people are saying. What's up, David? Yo, so David said weed, the do nothing drug. The do nothing drug. You're right. You're right. He said David said if you show up for an interview wearing Crocs and what's that? And shorts, you're not hired. You know what? That's the standard, David. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about, man. That's the standard. I saw a skit. It was a funny skit, man. It was a skit about it was funny to me. It was a skit about the military, right? And how the military's changed over the years. So the first part of the skit, the guy is, oh God, I wish I could play it for you right now. The guy is this drill sergeant, like in those old drill sergeant movies where he's screaming at the guy, hey, maggot, that kind of thing. Breaking him down so he can, learn to take that kind of stuff being told to him and not get his feelings hurt. You have to build him into that person, right? And then he said that's how it was back in the 80s and 70s or whatever. And then he went to like the early 2000s. And then the guy tried to talk back because the other guy was like, yes, sir. Yes, drill sergeant. That's the first guy. And the second guy is like, man. He said, what, man? So he said, drop it, give me 50, right? And then he came up to the current day and the guy's on the phone, right? So now the drill sergeant's like, yeah, all right, but you can't be on your phone. Yeah, you're gonna have to take the phone. Yeah, I mean, it's not like we're, forcing you to, you can actually have the phone, but you just can't have it right now. So he's just trying to no, I don't want to say anything that's gonna get me in trouble. So, and he said, why don't you drop and give me 5? And I thought it was so funny how the standards change. Because I see guys. I went when I told you when I went to for the last couple of years, I had tried to do a second job thing, and you would see guys working, and dude, they're like out cold, bro. They are on their phones, like, bro, what's up, man? Let's get focused. What are we doing, man? And the company, didn't like it, The company didn't like it. The engineer didn't like it. You tell guys, listen, when you get written up if you see you on your phones. And the guys were stuck on their phone. I mean, it was a part of them. It was like a part of their hand, And it's a shame that kids will lose their job. And they'll walk away and they'll go to the next job, never learn the lesson because it's a part of their culture. It's not, it's like breathing or something. I don't know, David, but I think we should still hold the line, bro. I think we should, damn it, what did I do? I think we should still hold the line. I don't think we should give up on the expectation of that. I think we should still hold the line for that, man. I swear, man. That's what I stand. At least that's what I stand for, David. But yeah, bro. Everybody up there, man. It's like, I don't know. I mean, do your thing, man. But it's just when something is. You have to notice when something is just. It's like, okay, is this going to lead to a good thing, right? You know what I'm saying? I support you doing your own thing. I support you, but is this push, is it going to lead to a good outcome? What's coming? What, I got to take this off. What's the likely outcome of a population that behaves in this particular way? And you look at it like that, what's the likely outcome? And it's, it's weird, it's funny. It's like, run it all the way out. Damn it. Why did I do that? Run it all the way out. Like if we did it like this, the way I look at it is like this. If we do it like this, whatever way you're suggesting, you want us to live this way? Okay, great. Okay, look, I'm gonna have to cut this. This is not working. Okay, great. Let's run it all the way out. What does it look like in 50 years? What does it look like? Let's run it out. Let's have a thought experiment. Okay? If everyone in this society was doing this, what kind of a society would it be? Right? If this was the standard. Whatever it is, doesn't have to be, weed or anything like that. Whatever it is. What's the likelihood? If we all did it, If we all did this, you know, what's the likely? Ay, coño, I'm trying to get this in here, and I don't want to open it because I can use a drill and just kind of open it a little bit wider, but I kind of want to keep it a little tight. So I'm just playing around with it right now. Normally, that's what I would do. I would just kind of just widen it a little bit with a drill, but I didn't want to do that. I kind of wanted to leave it, but I'm gonna have to. I might have to do that. I might have to do that, folks. Yeah, but I am definitely put up another contest, guys, for I might end up doing 2 more before the year is out. I'll be honest with you. I like them. They're fun. You know, you want to win. It's cool if you win. You know. I have to check the tracking number if Cole got his. If Cole got his damn, I can't get the words out. if Cole got his stuff. Cole! Dude! Yo, man, did you get it? I was just talking about, dude, I didn't even see the comments. I was just saying, I wonder if Cole got his little green select, the upholstery. Did you get it? Oh my God, I can't get this thing through. Let's see if Cole tells it. Perfect. Coño. So what I was doing was grabbing a piece of this thread because I didn't want to pull the line all the way through. So I nipped it right here so I could pull the thread in this through, and I finally got it through. Okay, great. Let's do it. Cole, let me see. Hold on. Let me see. I can't see right now. Not yet. I've been waiting. LOL. Yeah. Well, you know what? Did I send the tracking? I think I sent the tracking. You should be able to track it. You should be able to track. You know what? Let me see if I can track it right now. I'll tell you, man. Let's see if I can track it for you right now, live. Give me a second. I'm gonna see if I can track it. Go to my login, get login, and see what the deal is. Okay. That's what's up, Cole. That's what's up, man. Verify your identity. Oh my gosh. Okay, fine. Verify my identity. Dude, the amount of steps we gotta go through for all this stuff, and it's only because people are getting a kick out of hacking into shit, and now you gotta go through like 15 hoops to log into your accounts. It's crazy. 355. All right. You gotta Let me see. Go back again. All right. Yeah, you got. Now we gotta go through crazy hoops, man. Just to log into our accounts. It's nuts, man. You're spending all day. You could be kind of making some invention. You spend all day figuring out how to hack people. What kind of shit is that? Oh my God. All right, let me see what I got, Cole. I'm gonna try to track this now that I'm in my little software here that I can see where my shipments are. Oh no, take your time. Take your time, computer. I don't have all that. I mean, I could hang around here for the entire day. Let's go nice and slow and sweet. I have all day, bro. Okay, sweet. All right, let's see what we got. The last 7 days. Okay. All right. In transit. Okay. Let's track it in transit. Where is it now? Out for delivery today, Cole. Out for delivery today. Out for delivery. It's UPS. No, well, it isn't. I don't know what they did, but it's supposed to be on the UPS. But it's out for delivery. I just got the. I just checked it. That's cool, man. That's cool, man. That's my reward, man. My reward is that you get it and it's exciting, bro. That's my reward. That's a lesson I remember from my mom used to tell me that shit. He said, "Don't worry, they'll get their reward. Everyone has their reward, you know. Like this is what you want to get out of this thing, you know. I get my reward, man. That's my reward. You know, it feels good to do something like that. So I guess it's kind of selfish, but that's okay if it helps other people, right? You know." It's a win-win. It's a win-win, man. Okay, so we got a replacement cord here. All right, this went in. I just put a different cord on. So now we don't have to worry about this little hookup. We have an entire cord. Nice and simple. Solve the problem. Sweet. Okay, so I'm gonna connect these two. So really the next step is to connect this wiring here, strip it and connect it to the one that you have, and that's it. You know, yellow for you, I mean white for white and black for black. They're not complicated. And get it done. It feels good to do stuff like this, you know, fix stuff. Fix your fan, your ceiling fan. But honestly, as much as it feels good, I'm not a fan of plumbing. I swear, if I do it, I'm okay. I'll tell you the truth. If I'm gonna mess with plumbing, right? I do it in a way that I know how far I'm gonna go, and then I'm saying somebody else is gonna get it. Ron, what's happening, bro?
You don't want to know.
I don't want to know.
How was your trip?
It was good, man.
How your mom?
She's good. Excellent, bro. She's doing a lot better.
Good.
Yeah.
That's what I want to hear.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Oh, here it is. Here's what I needed. Doing a lot better, man. I came back and New York kind of rejuvenated my appreciation for North Carolina. Is that a positive way to put it?
Yeah.
My appreciation for my life here. I just got a whole new appreciation for it. Okay, I gotta thank those guys for reminding me not to complain.
Yeah. I was on my mind.
Yeah.
Call me to figure on the shampoo again.
Yeah, it should be. I'll check the tracking because it was sent out. Oh, you mean that shampoo?
Right.
The final figures.
Right.
Oh, okay. Well, give me a second on that. I'm filming right now.
I just don't have any money.
I know. That's money business. So we'll do that. We'll do that off camera. Cause like you didn't pay taxes on that. Did you pay taxes on that? Oh my gosh, Cole. Oh man, that's positive, bro. Yeah, you can go to my channel. You can go to my website, and they have like donate on my support part of my site. And you know what I'll do, Cole? Let's see if I can find it. And hell yeah, man. That is positive. That's what I'm talking about. We need to, when you have a community like that of people who are who think like that, right? It's just the way it is, man. And you breed a better That's cool, man. And if you didn't, you know, it would have been fine too. But man, to think that even came to your mind, that shows you your character, bro. That's cool. Just give me a second. We're gonna log off in a second. This is just done. We just finished putting this together. I'm just gonna put the screws back in. I am gonna put the link in there in the comment. I just gotta kind of shorten this link a little bit, and then we're gonna sign off. But Cole, man, let me know when you get it. I'm gonna be back on again tomorrow and the day after. So if you get to use it, let me know how everything turned out, if you like it and everything else. Okay? Hold on. All right, got the link. All right, I'm gonna put it in the chat right now. If anyone who want to do that, donate. All right, donate link. Boom. Bam. Yeah, anybody wants to do that, man, the link is available right here. It should be popping up right now. Okay, Jake, 100, that's all right. I'll send you a video of me using it once it's, oh, okay, I'm excited, man. That's awesome. That's awesome, Cole. Thanks a lot, man. All right, and David, plumbing rules, hot on the left, cold on the right. Poop don't roll uphill. Poop don't roll uphill, you're right. Well, thanks a lot, everybody, for hanging out and checking the show today. All right. Thank you guys for hanging out and checking out the show. Stay positive. The donate link is in the chat. So if you do want to hit that, yeah, whatever. Everything else, everything is good. Everything is acceptable. I appreciate that. You know what? Let me do this. Let me put it in the description also. Okay. So if someone do want to do that, I welcome that, man. You kidding me? You want to donate? You donate all day. I will not reject that. Boom. Bam, it's at the top of the chat. The top of the description, I'm sorry. All right, stay positive, guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hopefully you'll be here, and we can keep this rocking and rolling. Let me see if I have one last comment. Oh, you know what? I do one last thing. Hey, have a great day, man. Jake. Where's the comments? Okay, one last, there's a comment. I was diagnosed in a big green machine for the hose spray, so I want to give a shout out to Natasha. Natasha said, thank you so much. With your guidance, it helped me. I just replaced the flow indicator on my big green machine, and it works like new. For the reference, I'm 76 years old, young woman. I'm sorry, my bad. 76 years, young woman. All right, Natasha, awesome. That's great. Who's next? Okay. Well, we'll have to do the next one tomorrow. Okay. Hi. I'll see you guys later. Bye. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna go here and end. How can I help?